Hey everybody, welcome to night 2 of 3 of the Black Ensemble Theater's 16th annual Black Playwrights Festival, written by members of the Black Ensemble's Black Playwrights Initiative. My name is Daryl Brooks. I am your host for the next few days, and I also had the pleasure of co-directing the pieces with the incomparable Michelle Renee Bester. Before we go any further, we must give a big shout out to the one and only Jackie Taylor, founder and executive director of the Black Ensemble, and a big shout out to the National Endowment for the Arts for supporting the festival. Now, a little bit about the Black Playwrights Initiative, or BPI. BPI is a program of the Black Ensemble that brings attention to Chicago's African American playwrights community, providing year-round meetings, workshops, and resources. It is also the mission of BPI to provide a continuum of scripts for the Black Ensemble. It is our goal to expose and strengthen the works of the young novice playwright as well as the mature seasoned playwright and expose their work on a local and national level. Now, if you're a playwright and you want to be considered as to become a member of BPI, please submit a letter of inquiry and a 10-page writing sample to dbrooks@blackensemble.org. Again, that's dbrooks@blackensemble.org. Now, on to tonight's reading. Tonight you will see Par for the Course, written by BPI member Viola Bennett. Now, after the show, please stay with us as the playwright and cast will go live and take your questions and comments. Now, there may be a little bit of a delay, but stick with us because we will be back for what we call the hot seat. All right, without further ado, enjoy the show and we will see you after.
Now we can really enjoy the game.
Oh, we did come here to watch basketball because you two spent the last 15 minutes talking about little girls and camping.
Paul and I were just finalizing our daughter's Wilderness Explorers 1992 spring trip.
After the disaster of 1991's, we had to ensure a good plan B.
But no more talk about the shops and businesses, all right? Promise.
Good. Now, who you got winning it all this year?
Come on. Everybody's going for Jordan, right?
You know I'm a Lakers fan.
I want to see Larry Legend win again.
Of course you do.
Paul Bird is done. He missed half the season.
He deserves one last win.
Well, it's not happening this year.
Lakers ain't winning it either.
Want to put a little money on the game?
Barry, you ain't tired of losing your money to me?
$50 Lakers win the finals.
100, they don't make it past the first round.
You have yourself a bet.
Great, I need a new putter.
Oh, I got tired of renting clubs. Bought my own set last week.
Oh, so am I finally going to get you on the green with me?
No. Lorraine would kill me if I drove 2 hours just to play golf. I don't know how you get away with playing at Fairmont with Judy.
That's why you need to get your wives into the game. Grace and I play at least once a month together.
As Judy constantly tells me, tennis is her game.
Still, with all the good courses around here, there's no reason to drive so far to play golf.
But most of those are private.
Wait, have either of you been denied at a club near here?
Not officially, but have never been extended an invite either.
Dang. If only there was some nice white guy you knew who could invite you to play at a club like Dallington. Huh.
Shut up.
I'm so sorry, Jeremiah. I mean, of course. You're welcome to play anytime. I could call now and set up a tea time.
Don't feel guilty, Paul. I've only known you, 6 years now? We're good.
I should have invited you ages ago. I can invite Barry, too. You both can play.
I'm good with playing at the public course. More laid back.
Oh, where do you play?
Maple Crest in Springfield.
The one time I tried to play there was a 2.5 hour wait. That's how I discovered Fairmont.
Still, that place isn't worth a 15-minute drive.
I ain't even heard of Fairmont.
Well, it has a bit more color to it.
I saw a brother at Maple Crest last time I played. I think he was a brother. He might have just been a really tanned Italian guy.
Why are we even talking about golf, guys? Today is about basketball.
You said you wanted a new putter.
Yeah, and I'm going to get one thanks to you now.
Please, you don't have a chance.
I'd root for the Bulls over the Lakers. You do have to admire Jordan's skills.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to be MVP, man.
I'm telling you, my Lakers are going to pull through.
Tell me who. Who on the Lakers could possibly be named MVP?
AC Green.
Damn. Hold on. Barry, let's make it 200, yeah?
Barriers are being broken today. Shoal Creek, an all-white country club in Birmingham, Alabama, has extended an honorary membership to its first African-American member, Louis J. Willie. This membership waives the $35 initiation fee and 6-month application process, letting him become a member in time for this year's PGA Championship. This process was most likely rushed after Hal Thompson, the owner of the club, said he would not be pressured into accepting the blacks into Shoal Creek. This controversial remark caused sponsors to withdraw over $2 million in advertising. Plus, the NAACP and the SCLC threatened to picket outside the club until a black member was admitted. Now the question is, will other all-white clubs feel the pressure to integrate? Well, that's it for sports.
Same. I think it's great.
Great that some racist guy got forced to integrate a golf club?
No. That part is atrocious, babe, but no surprise. But it gives us an in. I can finally join Dallington.
Really? But we're already members at Meadow Ridge.
Meadow has your sport of choice, not mine. I still got to go out of my way to play golf.
But all of Meadow's dues are expensive enough. Do we really need to add an expensive golf club membership on top of that?
Judy, you know money isn't an issue, babe.
And you know how I feel about private clubs. Saddlebrook didn't even extend a membership to Rev Butler like they have for every other local white pastor. I don't even want to join Meadow.
But you were easily convinced because of those beautiful tennis courts within walking distance.
And that nice outdoor pool for Erica in the summer definitely beats going to the one at the Y.
Exactly. We moved to the suburbs because we knew it was important to integrate, all right? Dallington is just the next step.
Dallington just feels so highbrow and unwelcome.
But they're set to host the 1993 U.S. Open. And I'm sure they'll love to have their first black member before then.
Just promise me Dallington is going to be your thing and I would not have to be involved.
Of course. I know you hate golf.
My brothers like it, and I'm sure they would love to join a club.
Oh, yeah, the family reunion is coming up. Maybe I can finally win the golf tournament with the help of Dallington pros.
Keep dreaming. You've only been playing for a few years. My brothers started playing when they were teenagers.
See you. Judy, what are you doing, babe?
You said you wanted snacks to watch the game.
Not the game, the U.S. Open.
Well, shall I make finger sandwiches and get out the caviar?
Golf is meat, cheese, and martinis.
Oh, forgive me for the social faux pas.
It's just Paul will be here any minute, and I need to make sure everything is right.
Are you sure it's even okay to ask? I thought these kind of places were invite only.
I mean, it's not, standard protocol, but I'm sure it's fine.
Why has Paul never asked you to play around with him?
Because the topic never really came up. We mostly talk about the kids and wilderness adventures since we co-lead that,
Well, Grace and I talk about our kids while playing tennis together.
Well, I guess Grace and you are better friends than Paul and me. Ooh, that must be him.
I'll go see if there's any more cold cuts or cheese from Erica's lunches.
Don't you dare, Judy.
We have good brie and prosciutto somewhere in the fridge.
Hey, Paul. Hope you're in the mood for a martini, brother.
Sure, extra dirty.
Oh, of course. Sit, make yourself comfortable. Judy will be out with some more refreshments shortly.
Amanda's still going on about the camping trip. Said it was the best one yet.
Erica says she got too many bug bites.
I saw a happy child who told the best ghost story of the night.
Yeah, Erica, she loves the stories, man.
Got a future Pulitzer Prize winner there.
Maybe.
Here you fellas go. Enjoy your golf talk.
Thank you.
You have gone out of your way.
Please, this was all stuff already in the fridge. Now I have to go check on these kids. It's entirely too quiet.
So, what activity do you think we should do next month?
Hey, how about we talk about something other than wilderness adventures, yeah? I did invite you over here to watch golf now.
Of course. You know, I played at Hidden Crest last year. Great course. Should make for an interesting matchup.
It's very scenic with that lake.
My ball landed in that lake twice.
Oh, I'm sure if I were able to play there, a few of my balls would be in the bottom of that lake too.
You know, I just read an article that Hidden integrated.
Just in time for their tournament. Surprise, surprise. No different than Shoal Creek.
I can't believe their founder said something so horribly racist.
But because of it, I'm betting any club set to host a major event next year, or any of the other years, is scrambling to find a black member.
Dallington's hosting the U.S. Open next year.
I know. But what's the process of becoming a member at Dallington?
Well, after a member decides to sponsor someone, they submit an application. Then any membership takes about 6 to 8 months to get approved. There's meetings, interviews, whatnot. It's not that grueling of a process, just lengthy.
Paul, do you think you could be my sponsor?
Just last month, you felt slighted I never invited you to play, and now you feel compelled to ask me to sponsor your membership.
You don't have to feel bad, Paul.
I do. Dallington has had it in their bylaws since 1986 that they don't discriminate. I should have asked you then and there.
I didn't even start playing until 87. All right, besides 2 years ago when I joined Meadow Ridge, I had really wanted to join Dallington, but felt like the timing was off.
You aren't just saying this to assuage my guilt?
Not at all. Despite how it happened, Shoal Creek has changed the temperament of these private clubs, you know?
It would be an honor to sponsor your membership.
You must be Jeremiah.
Yes.
Roger Barclay, director of the board.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Sit, make yourself comfortable. Would you like some water? Perhaps something a little stronger?
I'm fine.
Oh, well. So your sponsor, Paul, he's told me some details about you. For instance, you lived in Bristol for 10 years. You have a lovely wife, Judy, 2 children. Was it Erica and Malcolm? And you're an investment banker with Morgan Stanley. That's great. You started playing golf 5 years ago? Did I miss anything?
Did Paul tell you about what happened at the member guest last month?
You came in second. Yeah, which is just fantastic.
Before that, Paul and I decided to hit some balls, but one of your board members, Fraser Walcott, mistook me for a caddy.
I was not aware. No, I'm sure it was an honest mistake.
Of course.
And, of course, he apologized.
Actually, he didn't.
Well, I'll make sure he does when you meet with the full board.
I'm not in need of a forced or insincere apology. I just wanted you aware of a situation that made me feel quite unwelcome.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the last thing I want.
I'm glad to hear that. The thing is, Fraser also called his actual caddy Jamal.
So?
His name is Josh.
Oh. Well,
Another honest mistake.
Well, I mean, that caddy could have corrected him.
Josh said he tried a few times, but didn't matter because Fraser calls all the young black employees Jamal.
Yeah, that's not good. How did you find out?
Josh was surprised to see that a black guy could actually play at Dallington and not just work there. I think that made him comfortable confiding in me.
You know, my son Arthur's girlfriend, she's African American. She's opened my eyes to some of the unfortunate incidents she's experienced due to her race. My own family member called her colored one time. She gave us quite a schooling, you could say, but in a very respectful and level-headed manner.
Hopefully, you and your family were receptive.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, yeah. No one should be ostracized or made to feel less because of the color of their skin.
Roger,
Is something wrong?
no. But Paul did mention your non-discriminatory policy has been in place since 1986. Why do you think it's taken so long to integrate? Is it because of men like Frazier?
No. Last year, Frazier even suggested we try getting Bryant Gumbel as our first African-American member.
The news anchor, who doesn't even live in
Now,
the state.
the board immediately nixed the idea. I mean, I much prefer this situation. A family man who's already a member at Meadow Ridge, lives locally.
Meadow is less than a mile from our home. It only makes sense to join there.
Oh, I love Meadow. I frequent their squash courts while my wife and children play tennis.
Judy is a tennis player. She's on those courts at least
Yeah.
once a week, and Erica started ice skating lessons this year.
Is your family excited about your possible membership here?
They're indifferent.
Really?
Well, Judy doesn't golf, and Erica's interests change every few months, and Malcolm isn't even 2 yet, so
Well,
we'll tell with him.
even if they aren't golfers, I hope to see your whole family spending time here at the club, especially during the parties.
Maybe once I'm a member, maybe I can convince them.
Believe me, when I say that the board was thrilled when Paul decided to sponsor your membership, every member of Dallington wants to ensure you and your family feel welcome, Frazier included.
I'm apprehensive about Frazier. Don't see that changing.
Well, unfortunately, you cannot get on his bad side.
How can I possibly get on his bad side? He has no reason to be upset with me. I'm the one upset with how I and an
No,
employee
I know that, but
were treated.
well, it's just that,
I can't say anything too aggressive. Paul told me the same thing when it happened. I want to be able to be myself at Darlington
why wouldn't you be able to be yourself?
because I have you and Paul telling me to hold my tongue about Frazier so I'm not perceived as the angry black man.
Now, I think this conversation is way too focused on Frazier right now. I'm supposed to be learning about you and why you want to be a member here.
Maybe Judy was right. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe Darlington isn't
Now,
ready.
you can't let one person deter you from this. Now, I'll make Frazier clear up any misunderstanding. And I'm on your side, Jeremiah. Look, I apologize on his behalf.
You don't need to apologize for him, but thank you.
Okay. So tell me, now, why do you want to be a member here?
Why wouldn't I want to join one of the top-ranked clubs in the nation? I'm still a beginner, so would love the benefit of working with your pros to improve my game. Given my line of work, I would love to impress and entertain clients here like my colleagues are fortunate enough to do.
Now, how did you get into investment banking anyway?
Well, I wanted a job where I could make a lot of money and happen to be good with numbers.
I could never go into finance. Now, medicine was my calling.
It's not for everybody. A couple of Judy's brothers are doctors.
Really?
Yeah, the others are lawyers, judges, college professors.
How many brothers does your wife have?
Oh, 8. And they all play. And I know they would love to play here.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, they'd be welcome.
And you have a table large enough at the 19th hole?
Our dining patio would be more than able to accommodate you and your brothers-in-law.
That's great to hear.
Now, we've actually hosted a few family reunions here.
Oh, I actually think this is the perfect venue for a wedding. And my little girl doesn't like golf, but she loves fancy things. So we'd love to get married at a fancy place like Dallington.
How old is your daughter?
Oh, she's 10. But nothing like planning for the future.
Yeah, I wish my daughter Mallory got married here.
I also have a few friends who have started playing in my encouragement and will be teeing off with them often.
Good. Yeah, we want Dallington to feel like a second home to you.
So is there anything else that you want or need to add?
No. That'll be all for today. It's been a pleasure getting to know you.
It was nice to meet you as well. Thank you for your
Here,
time.
let me show you out. Yeah. Hey, Arthur's black girlfriend introduced me to this show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Have you heard of it?
It's Erica's favorite show.
Yeah, I found it quite amusing. I always preferred the Jeffersons over All in the Family, right? That Sherman Hemsley, he's hilarious.
Got Erica all tucked in. Hopefully she won't slip back downstairs for an encore.
I'm so sorry she interrupted our evening.
Are you kidding? The little puppy story she told was adorable.
You are looking at a future Oscar winner there.
Yeah, she's our little drama queen.
I wish Stacy had some of that creativity.
Stacy is the star of a soccer team. That's something to be proud of.
I am, but she's only in the 7th grade and all worried about getting scouted for college. I want her to enjoy childhood.
She enjoys playing soccer, so she is enjoying her childhood.
I just want Erica to show focus like that.
She seems super focused when she just performed right now.
I mean, the little girl brought props and a spotlight.
Jeremiah meant in the sports area. Pick one and excel. He's still mad about her first and only year playing soccer. She was one of the kids who sat in the field and picked daisies.
Which is why I was smart enough to get her to join the Wilderness Explorers, a group that she is still a part of today.
She also seems committed to ice skating. Begged us 2 weeks straight for that Meadow Ridge jacket.
I keep telling Barry we should go ahead and join Meadow Ridge.
And I keep telling her to keep quiet about it so we can continue playing as the Turner's guest for free.
No, we need to get some color up in there. I just about passed out last week when I ran into this young black girl walking off the court. We both did a double take.
Did Meadow go ahead and get another black family in its ranks?
No, believe me, I would know if another black family joined. Was this girl playing with a blonde guy?
You're describing 80% of that club.
I'm trying to find out if you ran into Roger Barclay's son's black girlfriend.
Who is Roger Barclay?
The director of Dallington. Met with him a couple of months ago, and he went on and on about his son Arthur having a black girlfriend. Trying way too hard to relate.
Or trying way too hard not to come off racist.
No, he's not. But I'm definitely the first educated black person he's ever spoken to. So he didn't know how to act?
Sometimes I prefer the overt racism to those macroaggressions. The stuff Jeremiah has been telling me about this golf thing, Lord, I swear.
When I came back from Kenya, my principal was like, did you enjoy meeting your family while you were over there?
No, my favorite is when my boss so sweetly and proudly wishes me a happy Kwanzaa. I don't celebrate that made-up holiday.
Now, made up or not, it's a celebration of our roots and black pride. More of us should celebrate it.
Oh, that was Arthur's girlfriend I ran into. Her name is Tasha. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until now. She is the loveliest little thing. She'll be playing as my guest next weekend. Agreed to do some date night sitting for us, and I also gave her your card, Barry.
Okay. Why?
She's a poli-sci major at Yale. I told her there might be a paid internship available relating to city budgeting at your office.
How long did you and Tasha talk for?
Oh, not too long, but you know how I get.
I'm not being traded for a younger, hotter model, am I?
Of course not. Just means we need to find one more for doubles.
Why not Grace?
I'm not going to have Grace be the odd white girl in a group of black women, especially Lorraine. She is way too loud for her.
Hey now.
Look, don't defend that. I am a loud and proud black woman. Don't care where we go. So it's probably for the best I'm never officially a member at any of these hoity-toity places and just mooch off of you two forever.
First day of my membership, Barry and I will be teeing off.
Hey, I'm not trying to get gawked at and whispered about.
Oh, honestly, outside of the racist asshole Frazier, my first experience playing there was great. There didn't seem to be too many whispers or obvious stares,
Maybe they're just getting better at hiding it.
So, how much longer till you're an official member?
I still have to meet with the entire board. Then there's this house tour and then like a final interview or discussion or something.
I am so dreading this house tour. I mean, why do they got to come see what kind of china and TV we got?
There's nothing wrong with them wanting to get a glimpse into our home life.
But I told Jeremiah I didn't want to be involved.
And you're not.
How is the wife not involved in a tour of the home?
Thank you, Lorraine.
For the last time, all right? I'm the one giving that tour.
But I'm the one that's going to have to make sure the house is spotless. Put some food and fresh flowers.
Don't forget, get the kids all dressed up and ready.
Stay out of this, Lorraine.
Judy, I'll hire a maid. Pick up an hors d'oeuvre platter. Myself will have my parents watch the kids. You won't even have to pour a glass of wine. In fact, you can go up to Lorraine's that night and drink wine.
Don't be making nice promises you can't keep now.
I promise. You won't have to lift a finger, baby.
This is our living room. We have some of Jeremiah's accomplishments displayed on the credenza.
How many times has he been on the cover of Black Enterprise?
3 times, but he's been featured in 7 issues. Also had an article about him in the Wall Street Journal last year.
Wow, Jeremiah's made a name for himself.
He has. And again, he apologizes that he couldn't be here.
Oh, no, I understand work emergencies. Now tell me, what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm the senior vice president of a business consulting firm. I help start and fund small businesses.
Oh, so you went to business school.
It's where I met Jeremiah.
Now, did you go to one of those, the HBCUs?
I got my MBA at Stanford.
My son Arthur's girlfriend, she's about to graduate from Yale.
Okay.
Oh, she's African American. She's just got offered this fantastic paid internship. She really is just a wonderful person.
I'm sure she is.
Now, where are your children?
Oh, spending the night at their grandparents'.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, part of the reason for the home tour is to get a feel for the family as a whole.
Well, Malcolm only knows a few words, and Erica won't be spending that much time at the club.
Well, children and wives, they still play an important role at Dallington.
I assume your wife is very involved in the club?
She and my 2 children. Arthur even brought his black girlfriend to the Christmas party last year.
Roger, have you even realized that this is the 2nd time you've brought up Arthur's black girlfriend without saying her name?
No, but I was just making conversation.
But you shoehorned Arthur's name into the conversation.
You seem upset over this.
Because his black girlfriend has a name, and it's Tasha.
Oh, no, I know that. Wait, do you know Tasha?
We met after I saw her playing tennis with her white boyfriend at Meadow.
White boyfriend? Is she cheating on Arthur?
No, Arthur is the white boyfriend.
Then
why not just say
why
that?
not just say that?
I just tried asking you the same thing.
Wow. Yeah, I suppose you did. I didn't even realize what I was doing.
I'm not sure how much Jeremiah has told you about me.
Not too much. Just that you have 8 brothers who golf, but you're a tennis player, not a golfer.
My father was a bartender at a private golf club, and my brothers would caddy there during the summers. It's actually how they picked up the game, because the club was closed on Mondays and allowed employees to play. But I always found it ironic that my father had to work to support his 12 children at a place where we weren't even allowed in for a glass of water. He just stood there, smiled, and served drinks to people who didn't even give him a second glance or care.
God, I'm sorry about that. But that must have been years ago. I mean, times are different now.
Doesn't feel that different. I mean, Jeremiah will be your only black member, and the first time he steps foot inside, he gets mistaken for a caddy.
Now, I made sure that Frazier apologized for that.
What about the member who mistook Tasha for help at that Christmas party? Are you going to make sure he apologizes?
Well, that couldn't have happened. Tasha was wearing a lovely dress, and she spent most of the evening dancing with Arthur.
It doesn't matter what we wear. Country club types don't think black folks are worthy of their prestigious affairs.
No, now, the people I know at Dallington's are good people, okay? They aren't racist.
What about your uncle who called Tasha colored? Is he not racist?
Now, my uncle just misspoke.
Excuses and denial. That is all I'm hearing from you.
Now, I can't control other people's actions. Now, I wish the world were colorblind like I am.
1, you aren't colorblind. 2, being colorblind isn't the solution. It's not the opposite of racism. It's ignoring the problem and hoping it will go away all on its own.
No, whenever I am made aware of a situation, I deal with it.
It's not a situation or innocent mistake. It is racism. From Jim Crow to assuming I went to a historically black college to calling a black employee Jamal when his name is Josh, it's all types of racism.
I'm at a loss for words right now.
I told Jeremiah I wanted no part in this, and this is why. Did I just destroy his chances at becoming a member?
No. That's not it at all. Look, I didn't mean anything by it, by asking you if you went to a black college.
I know you didn't. I know you are a good person, but Roger, good people can be racist. We all have biases, me included.
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
My biases are what derailed what was supposed to be a lovely house tour.
Look, I think you were just voicing your concerns.
And I'm serious. I don't want this interaction to hurt Jeremiah's chances of securing his membership.
Look, every board member, with the exception of Frazier, has had only the best interactions with Jeremiah. There are just a couple more paperwork things to get resolved, and his membership should be approved by next month. Honestly, this house tour, well, it's just a formality at this point.
So you're telling me I opened that good bottle of Chardonnay for no reason?
No, I'm glad you did. Thank you. This wine is delicious. Jeremiah, I was surprised when you called for this meeting.
I got a call from a reporter.
Yeah, as did I.
I don't want any fanfare over this, and you've backed me up before. I'm hoping you will again.
Now, I can't help that the press wants to cover Dallington's integration, but Shoal Creek got way more press.
Only because the NAACP was protesting the racist founder. That makes national news. An average black guy joining a club doesn't need to be news.
Now, I did tell the reporter that we weren't interested, but apparently your uncle is in the Negro League Hall of Fame?
He is. But how does that relate to my membership at all?
Well, the reporter liked the historical tie-in or something. I mean, your uncle was one of the first black people to integrate the major leagues, and now his nephew is integrating a country club.
Oh, so this is my fault.
No, it's the club's fault. We should have integrated years ago. We have no excuses. It was just never top of mind.
Taking you already talked to the reporter since you got all of that information.
Yeah, he wants us all to sit down for a quick interview to discuss how the membership review process went and all that. Now, look, I didn't agree to anything, but the reporter seemed pretty adamant he was going to get his story one way or the other.
We can set up a time where we can all talk.
Well, your membership review process, it's made me realize a lot of things about myself.
Like what?
Well, with the exception of Tasha, there's not a single black person I interact with regularly.
You just called your son's girlfriend Tasha.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've noticed it, but I've been trying to be more aware of how my actions and words, they can be harming to black people.
Judy told me that she yelled at you.
No, she never yelled. She was just, addressing her concerns, and I'm glad she did. I hope our families, that we can be genuine friends.
I hope so too.
Look, I'm going to call a vote to remove Frazier from the board.
Roger, seriously, that's unnecessary. I'm used to dealing with people like Frazier.
But he is a racist, and I'm tired. I've tried to explain his behavior away, but I don't want to ignore the racism any longer. And I will not stand for having a racist member on the board.
I don't want to have a target on my back for getting a board member removed. I mean, Hall Thompson is still presiding over Shoal Creek despite his controversy. Frazier can remain on the board for all I care.
Well, Frazier's father and grandfather were members of the KKK. He proudly displays his grandfather's hood in his home office.
Okay, you can just kick him out of the club entirely for all I care in that case.
Yeah, well, that unfortunately is going to be a tougher feat. But I assure you, he will be removed before the PGA tournament in 2 months.
Small steps in the right direction is all I care about.
Oh, yesterday, Arthur just showed me the ring he bought so he can propose to Tasha.
Oh, are they that serious?
Yeah, looks like it.
Just because you're going to have a black friend and a black daughter-in-law doesn't give you a free pass of I could never be racist.
No. I know that now.
Dallington has been highly selective in its approach to locker room buddies. Now it has one woman member, 2 Jewish men, and Jerimiah Turner. Wow.
That article is unreal.
I thought it was nice.
It was mostly about my uncle anyway.
No. I mean, did you read that last line? Bro, Darlington has 2 Jews, a woman, and you.
Sounds like the start of some bad joke.
That article is the bad joke.
I'll need to show that article to Grace, get her thoughts.
But make sure you bring her some good soup since she's sick.
Yeah, score those husband points.
Finally, champagne.
You've been trying to open that the whole time.
Girl, you didn't see him struggling in the corner.
No, she was too enthralled in my reading of Jeremiah's article.
And don't mess it up. I'm going to frame it.
Do not frame that, Judy.
It is a nice article and something you might want to hold on to.
Now that the champagne is popped, there should be a toast.
To Jeremiah, ever the class act, may you never grow tired in your fight of equality. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Forward to mooching off of your good fortunes.
If only my husband was a class act.
I know you're excited about spending every weekend trying to improve your game.
It better not be every weekend.
Every other weekend.
I'm going to play as much as it takes to get better than your brothers.
Oh, Lord, I'm never going to see my husband again.
Well, the courses are closed whenever it snows.
So, pray for snow in July.
This is why I didn't want to celebrate. Knew all of y'all would just be making jokes.
Seriously, honey, I'm so proud of you. My brothers might be jealous, especially if you wind up beating one.
I got 3 months to get my game in shape until the family reunion.
If you only have 3 months, I suggest using Nathan. He improved my swing in just 3 lessons.
Hey, Paul, I guess also allowed to use the pros as well?
Nope. It's a member's perk.
See, this is why I'm going to start sponsoring your membership in 6 months.
No, Jeremiah, don't do it. Don't take my husband away from me.
Whenever we're golfing, you and Judy can play tennis all day.
Don't take my husband's hard-earned money away from us.
Lorraine, must you always be so dramatic?
I still say Judy and Lorraine just need to pick up the game. Grace and I have so much fun when we play around.
All right, Paul.